Good morning, good afternoon. How is your night? Good evening. I hope you're well. I have come this morning with thanksgiving to God who has enabled us to be alive this day and who has also blessed me with a new baby in the channel. There are those episodes in the past that I used to write on a book, and a good number of them had issues. They were not legible enough to be read from a distance. But today I thank God that He has blessed me with a whiteboard, and I believe everything that I'll be sharing with you matters academics will be legible enough for you to understand. I want also to take this opportunity to thank you who has joined this big family. I now have 200 plus subscribers. Road to 300 subscribers. It has been a long journey. Thank you for you who has trusted me this far, and keep inside here. This is a big family and you are part of it. May we move on together. There are those who have joined us just recently and could be wondering why it's all about chemistry and they cannot see anything being updated matters chemistry. I have been having that challenge, as I have just said, but I believe now with the whiteboard everything will move on smoothly. So kindly, you who is watching me and you have not subscribed yet, kindly do so, as that will grow this family and you'll also motivate me to work harder. So thank you very much, and you're welcome as you move on. We are in a holiday and our students are at home, and I request that you make them know that there is this channel which is a safe space for them to utilize their leisure time, and also whenever they are studying, this can be a good part of their day. So today I want us to check on something here about the combined gas law, or the ideal gas equation, and I want us to have this question as an example to any other question that deals with the combined gas law. So we have this question. Let me read it to you. A balloon contains 80 centimeters cubed of a gas at 30 degrees centigrade and 4 atmospheres. Calculate the volume of the balloon at 50 degrees Celsius and 2 atmospheres. So you are supposed to do the following so as to understand and do the question correctly. First of all, this is the volume, so we indicate here that this is the volume 1, so it has 80 centimeters cubed. That is volume 1. Back to the question, we have 30 degrees centigrade, so we indicate this one as temperature 1, and we must convert it to a Kelvin. So we add the two, and once you add them, you get 303 Kelvin. Then in the same question, we have 4 atmospheres. So atmospheres, that is the pressure. So you again write it here. P1 is equal to 4 atmospheres. In the same question, you have been asked to calculate the volume. Up here we had volume 1, so meaning this is volume 2. So you again write there volume 2. That is what you'll be calculating. Volume of the balloon at 50 degrees centigrade, so that is temperature 2. It is 50. Again we convert it to Kelvin, and once we add them, we get 323 Kelvin. Finally, in the same question, we have 2 atmospheres. That is our pressure 2 atmospheres. So you see how we have done it. That is the question, in case you had not written it, and that is how we are arranging it so that we can make it easier for us to do it. Then down here we write the formula P1V1 over T1 is equals to P2V2 over T2. And what are we calculating? We are calculating this volume 2. So what are we supposed to do from there? In mathematics, we have a topic about making some letters the subject of the formula. So to make it easier, you are supposed to make this volume 2 the subject of the formula. And how are you supposed to do it? You cross multiply. So you have P1 V1 T2 is equals to T1 P2 V2, and we want to be left with the V2 on both sides, so over T1 P2 over T1 P2. So meaning that for this one to be left alone on one side, we say V2 is therefore so this one here cancels, so V2 is equals to P1 V1 T2 or over T1 P2. So then from whatever we had interpreted here, we put everything where it is supposed to be. So P1, our P1 was 4 atmospheres. Our V1 was 8 times T2 was 323 all over T1 was 303 multiplied by P2, which is 2 atmospheres. So from there you just feed everything in your calculator and you get 170.56. Remember, this is volume, so you must indicate the units. That is the answer. That is the answer. That is the answer. So that is the answer. So I hope you can see now everything together. So write the question, follow it step by step. Learn how to interpret the question before you start doing it. Convert the temperature into Kelvin, and then for easier calculation, make whatever you have been asked to calculate the subject of the formula, and then you just feed everything into your calculator, and then you get your answer.